Okay, Jeremy here, Jeeps Unlimited, partsbreakers.com. Yes, the name has changed. You can find out more information about that. We're Jeeps Unlimited for the last 30, say I'm 37 in 1984, so 37 years. And in August of 2021, we switched our URL over to partsbreakers.com. Yeah, so I won't get into those details, but we're still known Jeeps Unlimited, so you know you'll hear us answer the phone that way. Anyway, I'll quit blabbing. Like to show these frames so you can see them as if you were here in person. This is obviously underside, and the reason it's tipped up on its side like this is because it's got some custom fabrication done to the front and the rear, and it's actually done well enough. Otherwise, I wouldn't have listed it. But I will go over it in detail so you can see exactly what it is that's been done to it, and if you want to go back to stock or you want us to cut it off, we can as well. So a swing out tire carrier is kind of nice, and it's actually done well enough that I'd say might be worth keeping this one on there. The welds are good and whatnot, so that's there. And then it's got a stinger on the front. So this is a early CJ5 frame, and the way you can tell on these guys, and it will work on other CJ5s, so don't just discount it. But if you're looking for that original frame and you don't want this stuff on, then you can see exactly where the original frame ends right there. Okay, so you would just lop that off, or we can lop it off for you. And then again on the back here, they boxed in this area with square tubing, and in the newer ones they went to a box frame back here, and that's what I was going to point out. So so your box frame factory goes from here all the way up to the front, and then it's open C-channel frame all the way back factory on these early CJ5s. And the later ones, they went to a fully box frame, and I have both. So if you're looking for absolute original, this would probably be the one, minus the modifications, and again, we can get those out of there. You can do that. But if you don't care, it's probably, in my advice, is to go to a fully box frame, because the strength is a lot better on these. It's the rear of the frame. There's not a lot of weight back there, so they're okay, and they've lasted, you know, I mean, this one's probably, I don't know, 50 years old, 40 years old, 40 years old. Maybe a little bit older, but you know, it's a beautiful frame. There's no rust. I mean, there's some surface, you know, oxidation on it. There's no scaling. We borescoped the inside to make sure there's nothing not going on the inside of the frames, which is kind of a nice thing that we do versus our competitors, and whatnot. So all the black paint on this is still factory paint, and then of course anything that doesn't have paint is oxidized metal. And what I mean by that, it's nice and smooth. So wire wheel it if you want, or blast it, however you want to do it, and then throw a coat of paint on it and you're good to go. There's no scaling on any of the mount welds or rot there. It is a very, very, very clean frame. So again, this is the bottom, and I don't know if I mentioned this, 303-666-9020. You can view, or you can buy this frame by calling us, or you can buy it directly off our website and whatnot. So we are heading to the Midwest, East Coast, and then next will be the Northwest, and then go from there. So this makes it a little heavier with these guys, so I'm going to flip it over for you. Not hitting any other frames here, and normally they're about 300 pounds, but these extra bumpers on here make this frame a little heavier, but I'm still able to one-hand it. Okay, so top side of the frame, there's your stinger, and it's angled good. It's you know, they did a good job on that. So welds are good. You can check those out. Again, you can lop it off if you want. They reinforced this area. This is a common area. That area I'd probably keep the way it is right now because it's super weak inherently. So, and then going down to the back side, this guy, and then this is extended out. My guess is just that for a little extra protection there maybe, but that frame factory ends there, and then there'd be a rear crossmember support that would come out about there, and then that would go over, so we're out, I don't know, 4.5, 5 inches to the tip of that guy. And then here's your, again, E-rings on the back, kind of a nice bumper setup. Let's see, yeah, so swings out like that, and then it's got a little place for a bolt to hold. I kind of just did a welded nut there, whatnot. So I don't know how it stays shut. Doesn't look like there's a catch on it. I might be missing something. So anyway, that might need to be, maybe they never finished it, but it's there. We can lop it off, or we can and send it to you as is, or we can lop it off. So otherwise, top side of the frame, it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. That's the inside of that, by the way, which is all factory. It's got some dirt in here. This is all wiped out. See, nice clean factory paint still showing. That's how the frame looked when we borescoped the inside of all the way down through here. This is definitely a grade A frame. Only reason I say we'd have to call it a B plus is because it's been modified. I don't call anything an A unless it's absolutely original and beautiful. So it covers the beautiful part, but not the unmodified part. And that'll save you about, this frame is probably gonna save about $350, $400. Okay, so questions, comments, concerns, feel free. You can call us, email us, check us out on the web, whatever you'd like to do. And we'd be happy to assist in any way we can. All right, thank you very much. Again, my name is Jeremy. JeepsUnlimited.net was our old URL. That URL will redirect you to our new website, partsbreakers.com, or call us 303-666-9020. Thanks a lot.